a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
The bits.
Fuck fascism.
Fuck fascism. Welcome to The Bits, hosted by your favorite jam buds, Robert.
And Charlie! Hello.
Hello. Hey, Charlie, you're too short to ride.
I am.
Me? Question mark? No, what am I doing?
You did that one. I didn't say that. What does Mac think about this?
We're just having a trend for some reason, like having accidental innuendos and also sometimes not accidental innuendos. I say as my boyfriend is literally 2 feet away from me doing air quotes.
I was waiting for you to say something completely obnoxious after I said coming when I was 2 minutes late to this recording.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. That's low-hanging fruit.
And yet you're you. So, always happens. Robert, are we talking about a Steven Universe episode, or are you renting a car?
For like the past 10 minutes prior to recording this, because I'm trying to figure out the logistics of where is the best place to rent a car, New Jersey, New York, depending on what I'm doing that weekend that I'm renting the car for. And I finally came to the conclusion, what's the best thing? Charlie sat there patiently reading Peridot's Twitter, waiting for me.
Listen, I was just reading all of these and imagining Peridot's voice, okay? I need someone to narrate this. Like, it's so, what the fuck? Is this actually, I feel like this is not in order. This is not in order. What? How?
How indeed?
What is going on with this? It's out of order. I'm mad.
You're always mad.
Who made this Twitter completely out of order that her first tweet comes like midway through this long page of tweets?
Anyway, friends, we are looking today at season 3, episode 9, Too Short to Ride, which premiered July 20th, 2016. Now, before we begin, Charlie, the postman, bring us any post.
Robert, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
We've tried crying, we've tried getting naked, we've tried...
Yeah, there's no post. I don't know. Do we already tried getting naked? Okay, I guess we can't try that one again. Send us posts. Send us things. Talk to us.
Send us some lovely messages here at thebitssupod@gmail.com.
Honestly, just send us answers to the question.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do like Jeopardy, where we're telling you the answer and you have to ask us a question.
You could ask us the question. Your own the question. Charlie,
have you ever seen Jeopardy?
Yes, I have.
I still don't remember what the name of the new guy is. I remember the old guy.
The only person who matters is Alex Trebek. Okay?
Love him. He was a saint, and this new guy, something Jennings, Ken Jennings, I think is his name. I don't know who the fuck he is. In another one of my podcasts. I still don't really care. He's just some twink who won Jeopardy a lot in like the early 2000s.
I don't care. We're talking about Steven Universe?
Yeah.
I think, maybe, perhaps.
We are.
And it's a Peridot-centric episode?
It is iPad Kid, the episode.
It really is. Okay. This is not the question, but I don't know your potential plans for the future and the children. If you ever had a child, would you give them an iPad?
Hell no. I say this as somebody with my iPad within reach, like literally right here in my hand, as somebody who's trying to get back into digital art because I joined a D&D campaign and I like how my OC looks in my brain, so I want to try and draw that.
You should do it. You should draw it. Or you can commission me.
That means I'll give you money. God knows what you'll do with that money.
I mean, you could also just owe me a favor. Political favors.
Oh my god. Anyway. iPad kid centered episode. The episode opens with Steven extending to Peridot a present wrapped in green paper with a green ribbon attached to it. And the ribbon's important because for the duration of the scene, Peridot has the ribbon in her hair.
This is very important to me. Listen. I was that kid. Christmas morning, if there was a ribbon on like any of the presents, it was in my head. It was on my head. It was in my hair. Had to be. I loved me a silly little ribbon that is stuck on there with like tape.
Yeah, 100%. Peridot expresses her gratitude with her now typical declaration of, wow, thanks. That sounded more Squidward than Peridot.
Wow, thanks.
But she fails to realize that Steven's gift is a tablet. And, this is 2016. The iPad is a big thing at this point.
It certainly is.
Apparently, the tablet in question used to belong to Greg, but then he was like, actually, social media and like technology ruin your life, so I don't want it anymore. And as someone whose dad would constantly get free tablets and shit given to him through like upgrading his phone or like through work or whatever, 100% I can agree. Sometimes your dad just has an old tablet that he doesn't want to use anymore and he gives it to you.
The fact that Greg specifically is like that kind of person's just like, nah, I'm not into the technology and all of that. That makes so much sense to me. That just feels like Greg's vibe. Like, before it wasn't really a choice, and now it's like, yeah, no, it feels like even by choice, Greg wouldn't do the technology things.
You ever see that like fake joke newscast that's like, roughly 60% of adults are afraid of technology, and it's just a dude holding a sign that says technology and he's scaring people by like jumping out of corners. Technology.
I've never seen this, but I like it. That
I'll
sounds
have to
great.
send it to you. I'll have to send it to you after the recording.
Peridot getting it. Is this not perfect?
It's very important to her because it reminds her of her finger screens.
As she calls them, her finger screens.
Yeah.
Which is such terminology. And this works the same way. It's touchscreen with your fingers, and she's immediately into it. She's just like, oh my god, this is great. This is the best thing I've ever come across. But it only works worldwide. So, it's a significant downgrade to what she's used to.
Her old finger screens had the ability to search and retrieve information from multiple star systems, which doesn't make sense to me. I guess that means that like you can't really send data faster or as fast as the speed of light, and even then, like, it would have to be significantly faster for you to be able to receive that information almost instantaneously. It'd have to be.
Remember, gems are made of light, so clearly they can make stuff that travels at the speed of light.
It's not that. If it was at the speed of light, then two different star systems that are multiple hundreds or millions or whatever light years away from each other, it would still take the message hundreds or thousands or millions of years to fucking reach from star system A to star system B. It would mean that their information systems can work at like several bajillion times the speed of light. I don't fucking know.
Maybe it was just, the writers not understanding how things work. And they were just like, let's just put in a big thing, obviously.
Yeah, but I understand how things work, so it's bothering me that it's not done right.
Because you're a smart cookie.
Mm.
Smart cookie cat.
Mm.
Steven obviously has to show her tube because, greatest creation ever, cat videos. I personally think that, yes, she's immediately like, what? Why would there be a cat video? Just like with Camp Hiding Hearts, I think that she would become obsessed with cat videos.
I'm struggling to remember what YouTube was like in 2015, 2016, because nowadays YouTube is mainly video essays. That's like the big bread and butter of YouTube these days, where you make like a 20, like a 10 to 20 to 30
I was
or an
watching
hour
vlogs
plus.
in 2016. So
yeah, vlogs I think were like the big thing in 2016. Now the big thing in 2025 is like our video essays about like, hey, this one chess move in the 1994 chess tournament was the reason why the USSR fell or something like that.
Damn, I need to get into video essay YouTube.
It's fun, I say tentatively, as someone who made a video essay, quote unquote.
I meant like I need to make them again.
Like I said, it's fun as someone who tentatively, like, made a video essay for the 20th anniversary of Percy Jackson. It's a lot of work and then it burns you out unless you like have a flow with it.
Or maybe if you don't travel the entire United States
And I did that shit on a
just for a video
plane.
essay.
Imagine if I like fucked around and tried to go like on a animal transportation truck.
Imagine if you just went on the Amtrak across the US.
You could. I've seen that, speaking of video essays, there are many people who've gone from like New York to LA only on Amtrak, and it takes like a week-ish.
There you go. You could do it.
It takes like a week, and it is significantly more expensive than taking a flight from New York to LA.
But back to Steven Universe,
Mhm.
Peridot is like, you know what? There's only one thing that can make this better. Because I have my screens back, I need to attach it to myself. Because that's what she used to have. It was part of her being, And she gets fabric strips from Steven's old sneakers and attaches them to the iPad and to her arm, and now she's one with the iPad.
It's a good thing he grew out of those shoes.
Steven doesn't wear sneakers.
Steven just wears his sandals like everywhere.
Yes, he does. And hey, Amethyst is now here, and they're gonna hang out. All three of them.
Hang out? Oh, yeah, hang out. That totally normal thing that friends do. Yeah, 100%.
Friendship! We're gonna hang out. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go to Funland.
The three of them go to Funland, and Amethyst is like, you got to do the most fun thing at a fair / like amusement park first. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd agree with that, but I guess that could be the question, TM.
I have thoughts for what the question could be. I think for like what they should do is honestly have the roller coaster be like the middle of the day. You work your way up to it. You see all that you could see at the fair. Then again, Steven lives here. Amethyst lives here. They've been here before. They know what it's like. But if you're going to a new amusement park or wherever that you have not been to, leave the best thing for like middle of the day. See all of the things. Go like, okay, well, let's go on this ride. It has a short line or whatever. And then make a mental note of the things that you want to come back to as you're working your way towards the best thing that you really desperately wanted to go do. I know how to do amusement parks because you know how many times I've been to Disney? Too many.
1 more billion times.
At least.
I cannot for the life of me justify like the price of going to Disney. I swear I can't. And also walking around and it's hot and the lines are always full and the food's expensive and from what I've heard not 100% always good, and I'm like I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yums. If you like going to Disney, not just you Charlie, but also the royal you, the listener, fantastic, please enjoy it. I can't.
I can't believe you're calling out Darian like this.
Listen, I love Darian so much. She's a great person. I love you so much. You're a good person. I love whoever else I know. Oh, my best friend. My best friend is also a huge Disney fiend. I just personally do not see the appeal.
You know what? I just realized who we should have had on for this episode. Damn, we should have had on Standby Line.
Oh, that would have been great, actually. Yeah.
That would have been amazing. I have no idea if Tim and AJ have even seen Steven Universe. So I've had them on as guests before, and they're great. But they have a theme park podcast, if you do not know, listener. As we're going to the best ride ever, obviously, the roller coaster, because there's the cute little sign that has like, you gotta be this tall. And
hey, who's manning the ride?
It's Mr. Smiley, because Mr. Smiley is everywhere, as we end up finding out. Doesn't he have to like go through her hair to see that she's too short though? Because like her hair is actually tall enough that if you didn't know it was hair, she could ride.
And Peridot has classic like a neurodivergent like it's not a reaction. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. When he touches her hair and she like growls at him. She like roars at him, and I'm like, yeah, no, same. If like somebody just unwarrantedly touched me like that, I'd be like, leave me alone.
She's like, I demand entry, you clod.
Would you like another lifetime ban?
No, thank you. So they walk away. Did they already dump themselves the shorty squad? This is when they realize that they are all too short to ride the ride, technically. So they're all about the same height.
As they leave, Amethyst says, Shorty Squad out.
Yeah. But Amethyst and Steven have a way to get around this. Amethyst grows taller. She shapeshifts like her outfit too. She's got a nice look here.
The only way I can describe it is sort of like when
Lesbian.
they premiered All Grown Up, one like the Rugrats sequel, and you see all the characters like, 10 years older, and they're like what was cool for a preteen to wear in the 2000s. That's sort of what she grew into.
She looks like a lesbian.
Maybe she's just a little fruity, who knows?
Even more she looks even more fruity than she already did, which is, a lot. And then Steven, he just grows his legs longer. I assume that he will not physically age himself anymore based off of previous trauma.
No, which is funny because you're going to do something later with a shapeshifting that involves previous trauma.
And Peridot is like, I can't do it. Must be a little rusty. Go ahead.
No, you
You go. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. I can just look up what a roller coaster feels like. And they have fun. They're enjoying themselves. They go to the Hall of Mirrors, and Steven and Amethyst continue shapeshifting in the mirror. And Peridot is just standing there like, is this fun? Am I having fun? Google search.
Except it's not Google because, Google is a trademarked thing. So it's like whatever the Steven Universe equivalent of Google is.
I can't even read what the hell that says.
You know what? They honestly did themselves a favor not having to commit to a fake Google, like how they have to commit to a fake YouTube every time they refer to TubeTube.
I think it technically has a readable name. It's just not readable to my eyes.
It technically has a readable name. Charlie just can't read.
Listen, they did like the weird like, oh, let's put the shapes of like animals or something in the form of these letters, and I'm just like, I can't fucking read that. That's not legible.
Charlie can't read, everyone. You heard it here first, folks.
Anyway, they pass the best thing. Peridot sees it in the distance. A little alien guy. He's got a little bow tie, little top hat, and the biggest eyes. They're so understanding. She needs it. The tism.
I definitely saw myself here because if I see a little guy, I will definitely be like, yes, mine. Charlie, this is great for audio only podcast. I'm gonna show you my little corner of my room that has all my stuffed animals.
Yay! Mine is just my entire room. I mean, it's the whole bed. So
hell yeah.
At least I also enjoy a little guy. I am one.
True. So yeah, the Shorty Squad tries their best at ring toss. We also get some more Mr. Smiley lore where he's like, I haven't slept in 6 days. And we're like, cool, no one cares. We're trying to win the alien.
Listen, Robert. You don't care about Mr. Smiley. I care about this because this man is understaffed. He's the only person running around this entire place doing every single odd job, and he can't sleep except for when he gets to sit down here and man this station for these kids. Oh, they're not all kids, but you know what I mean. It's just, that's a lot, man. Steven, get a job at Funland. Someone needs to get a job here and help Mr. Smiley out. Why does nobody work here? Probably because they have to deal with Onion.
So yeah, the Shorty Squad tries to win fair and square, and then they can't. So they're like, hey, Mr. Smiley, look over there. Isn't that Onion trying to light the roller coaster on fire? And Mr. Smiley is like, I'm not falling for that one again. And no, Onion's actually juggling fire next to the roller coaster. And he's like, no, I haven't finished paying off the last lawsuit.
That's fucking hilarious. I love the lore. And Amethyst is like, okay, well, we've been shapeshifting all day. Here we go again. Shapeshifts her arm to stretch and puts a ring on one of the bottles. And when Mr. Smiley comes back, he's like, cool, guess you won. I thought this game was rigged, but here you go. Here's your alien. And it's the littlest little guy. It's one of those little finger things that suck.
Yeah, it's one of those finger things that you'd like. It's like one of those little guys you just put on the tip of your finger.
No, I think the worst part about this little thing on her finger is that now she can't use her iPad with this one finger because it doesn't read Also, they're all having corn dogs. Amethyst is eating 4 at a time.
As you should. I fucking love a corn dog, my guy. The part old style bits meme. I fucking love the crunchy bits of a corn dog. Mac and I were near like where he grew up, and I'm like, oh, I know for a fact there is a Sonic on the way home, and we're gonna stop at Sonic. And he's like, for ice cream, and I'm like, you can get ice cream if you want. I want corn dogs, and I got corn dogs, and it was great.
No, you wanted the crunchy bits, the end of the corn dog.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's it. Nothing else. But do you fist 4 corn dogs at once?
I would if I could. I would if I could.
Now, Peridot is getting very sensitive about all the shapeshifting that's been happening all day. She's like, yeah. You go to shapeshift land to shapeshift. That's what you do. And like, why are you upset? What's going on? I can't shapeshift. Okay, we'll teach you. It's very cute.
They're like going around trying to show her. They're like trying to show her by like at one point, like Steven and Amethyst are circling around her like cats, and then Amethyst turns into a cat, and then Steven turns one of his fingers into a cat finger, and he's like, ah, and then he drowns it, and it's like, oh yeah, trauma.
Yep. They also extend their tongues to lick their elbows. Amethyst becomes a ball, and Steven makes his arms longer so he can catch her, and tosses the ball at Peridot, hits her in the head. And so they're like, okay, well, let's stretch her. Grab her hands, grab her feet, and pull.
I like how throughout this entire segment, she's like, ow, ow, ow. And Steven and
Ow, ow,
Amethyst
ow,
were
ow,
like,
ow.
yeah. And then Steven and Amethyst are like, pull harder, it's working. Ow, ow, ow. I heard something crack. Yeah, it's her power starting to work. Ow, 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 ow.
Imagine if you just like cracked her and then you shook her and then she just like started to glow. Like a fucking glow stick.
Listen, it would have been stupid and also maybe a little fucked up, but it would also been kind of really funny if they accidentally poofed her.
But seriously, that is in fact like my favorite thing that they did in Despicable Me 1 is breaking the back of a minion and shaking it and turning him into a glow stick. That will live rent free in my brain for years.
Sometimes I think about how bad my back hurts, and I'm like, I just need. You remember that scene in The Incredibles when the Omnidroid is holding Mr. Incredible in both of its claws, and it's like stretching him, and it like cracks his back perfectly. And I'm like, I need that.
You need something to attempt to murder you and actually just crack your back.
I needed to crack my back, please and thank you. The Incredibles has more lore than I thought it did. Like if you have the DVD, bless, go watch it. It's a great movie.
Absolutely. So Peridot and her trauma. We've already been talking about this, obviously, because we do spoilers all the time and everything. But so she's talking about, I'm an Era 2 Peridot, and Homeworld no longer has the resources to make gems the way they used to. So they don't have powers, they have technological enhancements now. At least Peridots do.
So, hey, we've had many a conversation about, the ableism of the gem society and how Peridot's limb extenders were, given to her to fulfill her quote-unquote purpose. There's also, I guess this was technically qualify under eugenics, unless I'm wrong, where they're purposely making,
I think so,
quote-unquote, like, inferior versions to save on resources.
Yeah. It's so many things at once.
Fascism bad.
Yeah, fascism very bad. I mean, we've already talked about how it's kind of like disability stuff as well with the limb enhancers, but it's also like not because the limb enhancers are like making them conform to this thing that they need to be instead of like actually helping them exist like a normal person in society or like exist to the best of their own abilities. It's a lot of things. Anyway, Peridot is just very mad. She's typing clods into her little Twitter because, of course, we missed it. They made a Twitter joke earlier in the episode, and so she got a Twitter.
I need Rebecca Sugar to make a Twitter joke now. Like, is Rebecca Sugar currently working on something that I'm not remembering?
I don't know. Lars of the Stars.
Lars of the Stars. We need a Twitter joke, like a modern Twitter joke, and like a Trump joke.
My brain was instead going to the new Dana Terrace show, and I was just like, wait, nope, wrong person.
Yeah, Knights of Guinevere, I believe it's called.
Yeah. It's gonna be so fucked up.
It's gonna be so gay and angsty. Another instance of Fascism Bad, the show.
Absolutely. Now, Amethyst is so mad about this, like the iPad, like how it's become a crutch for Peridot once again, but she's going about this the wrong way. This is the what I would consider, King Triton in The Little Mermaid, destroying everything that the child loves in order to be like, no, you cannot do this thing. Hun, that's not how you talk to people. You don't destroy their items when you want their attention on something. Amethyst does try to throw the iPad into the ocean, and that's when we find out.
Peridot has magnetism powers! Wow!
She's a metal bender.
She's a metal bender. We need to introduce her to Toph.
We do. Peridot and Toph, same person. I love how she's like doing it the first time. She doesn't know what she's doing, and she ends up like winding her arm up to try to get her iPad to come back to her. And she realizes, okay, I know what to do with these powers. You know what? Back to Funland. We're going back to the ring toss. You know what's metal? The fucking rings.
Which is weird because those rings usually tend to be plastic, at least whenever I go to the fair and I play that game. But I guess in this one instance, they are metal, and she's using her magnetism powers to slowly move them on top of the bottle so that, she gets all 10. And Mr. Smiley's asleep because, again, this man hasn't seen a bed in 6 days. And then they like wake him up like, hey, we got 10, woo! Oh, you did get 10. Well, here's your prize.
And she gets her alien guy. Give it up for the shorty squad. She's got her little guy, her little gentleman. I love him. I want one. I want to know, Robert, do you think that he is a stuffy or he is a balloon? Because carnivals sometimes just do frickin' balloons. So
I do not like those balloony kind of like little guys. I really don't. They're not great because if you pop them, that's it. They're done.
That's why I'm hoping for Peridot's sake that he's like a stuffy. He's like sturdier than a freaking balloon guy because I want her to have him forever.
Right.
As she should. Now, Robert.
Charlie.
You want to go to the Crystal Temple?
First, some Crystal Temple trivia.
Yeah. Peridot's tablet account is named Certified Kindergartner, stranded in Beach City, leader of the Crystal Gems.
Incredible. To promote the new episode, Cartoon Network's Twitter account sent out a series of tweets as Peridot.
Jesse Zook promoted another Twitter account called Peridot, in all caps, which also sent out a series of tweets as Peridot while the episode aired on the West Coast.
This episode's name was first revealed in the episode listing on the Cartoon Network website.
Steven is able to use his stretching powers much more easily than before, though he still cannot fully transform.
This episode shows that Steven is no longer banned from Beach City Funland, although it is unknown when and why this ban was lifted.
Shelby Rabara, Peridot's voice actress, revealed this as her favorite Peridot episode.
According to Peridot's Twitter, this episode takes place on July 20th, which doesn't make sense because Steven's birthday happens before this episode, and Steven's birthday's in August.
Yeah, this should probably be in I don't know.
Like September, maybe? October?
Maybe October. I feel like it's been maybe a month or two at this point, at least. For cultural references.
Peridot's tablet has several apps, with most of them serving as references to popular apps in the real world. TubeTube is a reference to the popular video uploading website YouTube. On one of Peridot's apps, she's sending a cheep, which is a reference to sending a tweet on the popular social media site Twitter. One of Peridot's apps shares the symbol of the popular game franchise, The Sims. One of Peridot's apps uses a cat symbol that resembles the icon of the game Neku Atsume. An icon next to that of TubeTube resembles the icon of the blogging site Tumblr, but with a purple background instead of a blue. The symbols for Facebook, Vine, Tinder, and Instagram are also clearly visible. Greg, why were you on Tinder?
Peridot's on Tinder?
No. Greg was on Tinder. This used to be his tablet.
I don't believe that Greg actually used the Tinder, though. I don't believe it.
And this was 2016 Tinder when it was more raunchy.
You know what? Maybe Greg did go on Tinder and then he was like, know what? Nope, I'm out. Steven, take it away. I don't want the iPad anymore. Maybe that's why he left. Maybe that's why he got rid of the iPad. The pop-up advertisement on Peridot's tablet for cute roommates in her area is a reference to the infamous real-life versions of a more mature nature.
Peridot's pose, when she shows her innovation, is possibly based on either Kamen Rider Ichigo or Kamen Rider V3's Hinshin pose. Her pose may also be based on any number of Super Sentai introductory poses. Her pose loosely looks like the Bolt, Usain Bolt signature pose. Peridot's pose also resembles a dab, a meme/dance move.
For continuity, an ad for roommates appears on Peridot's tablet. She says, "I'm all set, thanks." This is due to the fact she's already Lapis's roommate down at the barn.
Mr. Smiley threatens Steven with another lifetime ban, the first ever being shown in Series Steven.
When Steven gives her the tablet, Peridot says, "Wow, thanks." The way Steven told her to in log date 7152.
Steven's cat fingers from Cat Fingers makes a return, and just like in their debut episode, they disappear when exposed to water.
Peridot mentions her finger screens, which were previously shown in Warp Tour, Marble Madness, The Return, Jailbreak, Keeping It Together, and Friendship.
And now for our Pearl points. Charlie, who are you giving your Pearl point to?
The gentleman, the little sir. Everything goes to him. He is perfect. He is only not perfect if he is a balloon, which is why I refuse to believe he is a balloon. So, he's the best.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
I'm so glad. And for the question, what is your favorite carnival game?
What's my favorite carnival game? Oh, geez. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key think all carnival games, because like I know they're all rigged against you. I'm not a huge fan of them, but if I had to pick one, I like those sit down and you have like the water gun, you have to aim at a target.
Yeah.
That like blows up a balloon, or it like raises it raises a thing up. I like that. Those are fun.
That's literally what I was gonna mention too, because that's the one that I always ended up doing whenever we went to any carnival things.
It's because I'm good at aiming, and I'm like, I just want to aim this little stream of water. Listen, I have a dick. I'm good at pissing. It's time to show the world.
It's no longer piss sugar. Now it's
the piss meme page, because I'm retired. No, the damn piss page. That's what I should be for April Fool's.
Piss page.
The damn piss page.
Piss.
We're gonna rate some pisses, but that's funny. Anyway, yeah, that's it. We did it, folks. We did it. Charlie,
we did it. We did an episode.
We did an episode. We had several sexual innuendos, and we mentioned piss. Best episode ever. And every podcast were perfect.
We wouldn't have the bits.
Bye.
Bye.
You can follow this podcast socials at thebitssupod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send a message to our dime line through thebitssupod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/thebitsu. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about Steven Universe, or whatever else. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Steven's Room, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with Steven in some way. No promises.
You can check out our merch store, The Bits SU, on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie, me. Or if you cannot do that or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. It really helps. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can also hear my voice on 2 other podcasts. I co-host another podcast on the network with Ray called Of the Eldest Gods, where we talk about the mythology book series by Rick Riordan, starting with Percy Jackson. I also co-host a podcast with my buddy Ethan called Mysteries in the Machine, where we talk about all things Scooby-Doo.
You can find me, Robert, at the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. If you want to hear more from me, check out my YouTube channel, also called the Damn Meme page, where I make videos mainly about Percy Jackson, but also sometimes other fun stuff. If you want to find me elsewhere in the podcast verse, you can also tune into my podcast, The Pit Crew, a show dedicated to dissecting the HBO Max medical drama, The Pit. The Bits is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Of the Eldest Gods, a chapter-by-chapter Rick Riordan pod with mythological context and no spoilers.
Well, we finished the Percy Jackson series. Wait, what are we still doing here? And what is that music?
Oh, you thought it was over, bro? We're just getting started.
We are? Charlie, what's next for Of the Eldest Gods?
Well, Ray, it's time for us to go into our Egyptian era. We're gonna start the Kane Chronicles.
Oh, hell yeah! Wait, why do you have a glowing boomerang?
Don't worry about it. It's just my Egyptian magic wand.
Man, the Egyptian stuff isn't gonna be like the Greek stuff, is it?
Not at all. But we'll still cover mythology as it comes up in each chapter.
Are we gonna have cabins this season?
Nah, the Kanes don't have cabins. So instead, I'm Charlie, following the path of Bast.
And I'm Ray, following the path of Geb.
Join us as we read The Red Pyramid, the first book of the Kane Chronicles, chapter by chapter.
Welcome back to Of the Eldest Gods.
Deus Ex Media.